I think it's hard to actually overstate the significance of what has happened here today. These are the 39 sub-postmasters who were accused of stealing because of mistakes that a computer was making, that computer software was making at the post office branches they were working at. People who in some cases were sent to prison, were bankrupted. Some took their lives before they even got to see their day in court today, and their names finally, after decades, being cleared. I just saw Seema Misra, one of those postmasters outside court. She had tears in her eyes. She was convicted of stealing £75,000 from the post office in 2010. She was 8 weeks pregnant when she was sent to prison for 15 months. She said this is a moment that she has been thinking of for a very long time, but nothing will bring back the shame that she felt being sent to prison for a crime that she never committed. And that is a sentiment that you hear again and again here. Nothing will change what has happened, but this is a historic moment, and a moment they have been waiting for a very long time. The post office, for their part, have said that they sincerely apologise for the historical failures. In a statement today, they've said that throughout this appeals process, they have supported the overwhelming majority of these convictions, and the judgment today will be an important milestone, they say, in addressing the past. Worth saying too that the post office had already agreed a £58 million settlement with more than 500 postmasters, which does sound like a lot of money. That was in the separate civil case, but in reality most of that went to the legal funders and on legal costs. Many of the postmasters didn't even get back a fraction of what they had already had to pay back to the post office. This ruling today could now pave the way for big compensation for some of those postmasters. It is an important step on the road and, of course, a historic moment. 39 postmasters wrongly accused of stealing from the post office today have finally cleared their names.
And Ali, who is going to carry the count, or who or what indeed, who is to blame? Who's going to have consequences for the terrible ordeal these postmasters and mistresses have been put through?
Well, there has been a huge amount of pressure on the post office, who is now under new management. Their former chief executive never did an interview on this. In recent months, things seem to perhaps be changing slightly. The new chief executive, Nick Reed, the new chief executive of the post office, has said that he sincerely apologises, has said that he wants the government to do more, because of course the post office is government owned. There have been 2 select committees into this, but really there is a sense from the postmasters that no one has yet been held to account. So we wait to see today whether we will hear more from the post office. Perhaps it will be that they do offer some sort of generous settlement after this, but if not, that will mean that the postmasters once again have to go to litigation, or once again have to take the post office to court in civil claims, and that obviously costs a lot of money and is a long, arduous process, and that is not something that anyone here wants to happen again.